What's up, gaming heroes? Welcome back to another awesome World of Warcraft video. My name is Erosium, and in today's video, we're going to discuss a bit of an embarrassing story to do with myself and some Panthers, specifically some jewelry crafting Panther mounts. I unfortunately made a massive mistake, and I'm going to be discussing in this video that mistake, along with some actually useful tips and tricks for you guys if you are crafting your Panthers in future. So we'll get into the tips and tricks first, then we'll get into this hell of a story. Thanks as always to my wonderful patrons who continue to support me in my endeavor to become a full-time content creator. I hugely appreciate you guys. I'm working on a super awesome gold guide at the moment called the Daily Gold Print. It's going to give you guys basically an option to choose from 3 different options, and then you go down those and you figure out what type of gold maker you want to be, how you want to make gold, and such as that. But without further ado, let's get into the video. Alright guys, so I'm going to get into some really useful tips and tricks with regard to crafting Panther mounts in jewelry crafting. Now these are some tips that I've not actually seen covered by other YouTubers. I'm not really sure why either these other YouTubers don't know of these tips, or they just don't want to share all of the tips. So I'm going to share them right now because, you know, these have been on my Patreon for around about 5 or 6 months, and I really just want to share it out with you guys as well now. Hopefully Blizzard doesn't detect too much fun and nerfs it, but we'll see. So first of all, if you've never crafted Panther mounts, then you probably won't know this. You actually need to go over to Pandaria. You need to go to the Jade Forest, and you need to go to the Arboretum. And here you can start the Order of the Cloud Serpent quest chain, which will eventually get you exalted with the Order of the Cloud Serpent. Now, once you've done your daily quests, you'll have to do your daily quests for basically a lot of days in order to get exalted. In order to get extra reputation after your daily quests, you can actually go to this island here and just fly around the island and look for onyx eggs. They don't appear on your minimap, unfortunately. You can get the TomTom locations for each of the eggs and just physically go and check for each one. Quite fun actually farming, it's quite chill, but you know, it does take quite a lot of work. Luckily, the majority of these mounts only require you to get revered, so you just have to get revered in order to get the recipes from the Order of the Cloud Serpent. Once you got those, I'll show you the rest. Alright, so typically everyone's like, you know, well, Arrow, what's the best profession to go with, you know, jewelry crafting? And they usually say it's mining, right? And I'm like, no, you sausage, not mining. Mining's like not that great of a profession to go with jewelry crafting. It's okay, but it's not that great. If you're looking to make a lot of gold and you specifically want to increase your profit margins on these Jade Panthers, then your best bet is actually to take alchemy. Alchemy, Erosium? What the heck are you saying? Well, the beauty of alchemy is if you level up classic alchemy, which is vanilla, all the way up to level 300, and then you go back to your major city, which is Stormwind or Orgrimmar, depending on your faction, and you speak to your trainer, they will give you one of 3 quests. Now, the quest that you're going to accept is the Transmutation Master quest. Now, this quest is awesome because it will effectively mean you will learn the Transmutation Master perk. Now, this allows you to sometimes get greater rewards for transmuting. Now, why is this useful? Well, for jewelry crafting, you often use a lot of materials that, you know, you can transmute. So typically, if you want wild jades, they're transmutable. If you want living steels, they're transmutable. Serpent's Eye, I'm not 100% sure on Serpent's Eye, but I know for a fact that you can get them super easy through a method of transmutation. This is super useful because when you use something like TSM to craft, TSM will automatically consider the fact that you're an alchemist and you can transmute stuff as well. So it means that it will help you get cheaper materials for all of your Panthers. Now, not only this is where I really like transmutation, and this is like where a lot of people don't really discuss it as much. As a transmutation master, you have a random proc chance to turn 10 ghost iron bars into 1 trillium bar. However, the random proc chance can increase this. So it can increase it from 10 to get 1 to 10 to get 2, or 10 to get 3, or 10 to get 4, or 10 to get 5. And this proc chance is actually really, really lucky. You don't have to be crazy lucky to get it. It just happens quite a lot. I'd say it happens 1 in 5 times that you get a proc chance. And hey, that could be 10 ghost iron bars for 5 trillion bars. That is an insane turnover when it comes to just the proc chance alone, which is crazy, crazy, crazy good when you consider all the implications that involves when it comes to just transmutation and getting these Panthers made. Now, I've queued up 4 Panthers right here, and I'm going to show you an example of TSM just figuring things out in its super duper clever way. I get to ignore the profit margins on these Panthers because of the fact I am a transmutation master. I will basically have a lot more materials a lot easier than other people would, so I can afford to sell them, you know, slightly lower than other people. I know these because of selling these over, you know, the years. Open task list. Let's get rid of the cooldowns. Let's get rid of expirations. All right. So you can see here, there are certain things in the jewelry crafting that it's not asking me to actually buy. I don't need to buy some of this stuff. For example, typically, I would buy living steel. Yeah, that's fine. So I can buy living steel if I want to, or I can craft it myself. Additionally, why would I need golden lotus? Which one of these uses golden lotus? None of them. None of them use golden lotus. Why on earth is that in my crafting list then? Oh, is it because I'm going to use golden lotus in order to transmute some of the other stuff into getting materials I need? Yes, it is. It is indeed the reason. It's more than likely to get River's Heart, and that's probably what it's going to be the case. So that is definitely what I'll end up having to do. Yeah, see, the crafts here, Wild Jade and Primordial Rubies. So those Golden Lotus will be used to do those, which is really cool. Now, it's worth noting that with Alchemy, you will still want to get your Alchemy up to level 75 in Pandaria as well. And this is just because of some of the transmutation things that you're going to need to transmute are actually Pandaria recipes. But you do need to get classic alchemy all the way up in order to do that. That is my super duper awesome, useful tip and trick for crafting jewelry crafting mounts. But without further ado, let's get into my super stupid, embarrassing story of doom involving losing a heck lot of gold with a jewelry crafting mount. I'd taken a break from crafting these for like 3 months, guys. And I came back and made a big mistake. It's not my fault. It's not my fault. I swear. I'm going to tell you a story. This isn't a big announcement. This is a story, okay? It's a confession, a story. I did something stupid. Yay! 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 Yes! I saw some stuff. Yes! I got some gold. Yay! Woohoo! Yes! Yeah! Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. We got 100k, boys. Woo! Yes. That couldn't be more apt for the story that I'm about to tell you guys. And it's an embarrassing story. Oh, boy. It is an embarrassing story. Let me tell you that for free. So I've been quite lazy with the auction house over the last few months. My name is Erosium, and I am a lazy okay? I haven't been doing my Panthers in a long time. Alright, my Jade Panthers, any of the Panthers on my jewelry crafter. So I went back on and I thought, right, I'm going to make some Panthers. I'm going to make some Jade Panthers, some Jeweled Onyx Panther, Ruby, Sapphire, and Sunstone. I can make a cheeky, you know, I'd say 5 to 10k per one of those. For some reason, this is showing as not a profit, but this doesn't really work it out because I get all of my own materials. So it's actually a much, much higher profit than this shows here. But that's not the point at all right now, okay? The point is I made all of the Panthers. I invested, you know, a bunch of gold into it. Each Panther costs me probably around 20, let's say 22,000 gold to craft each. This one here, this Onyx Panther, this one costs around 106,000 gold to craft. 106,000 gold. Let's show you that right there, okay? So it shows you that. And the reason this costs so much gold to craft this jeweled Onyx Panther is because you need one of each of these Panthers in order to craft the Onyx Panther. I done goofed. I done bigger goofed, okay? I had lost all my TSM settings for making Panthers. So I just made all my Panthers, right? I understood that this was going to cost me a whole bunch. You know, I invested like 250k into making all my Panthers, right? Something along those lines. And then I realized that my TSM settings for yeah, this is where this number displays the number that I was at when I invested the money into crafting the Panthers. Okay, I just crafted the Panthers at this point. This point is where I realized I made a huge mistake. I remade my groups for my mounts. Instead of being a logical person, I just decided to put all my Panthers in the same group, right? And then because I don't like to trust algorithms and shenanigans like that when it comes to posting my big items like mounts, I like to put hard numbers in so nothing can get confused, okay? So with my mount operations, I always put this, for example. I'll put 19,000 gold as minimum price, maximum 35k, normal price 25k, right? That's my normal, yeah? And I just stuck that in to all my Panthers. Then I went to the auction house and I went post. Please post bloody. All right. I posted my auctions, right? And then I went out of the auction house, and by the time I got to the mailbox to like get more stuff out of the mail to post, I'd had a sale. So I looked down and I go, oh, what's sold? And I'm looking through. Let's see if I can actually find it. Can I find the sale? How do I find it? Is it possible? I don't even know if it's possible to find the thing that I sold.
2 hours later.
I'm sure there is, but I can't remember. Oh, there. Yeah. Okay, there is. So I saw that I'd sold a Panther, and I was really, really happy I sold this Panther. I was like, wow, I'm a beast. I sold a Panther in like less than 30 seconds, dude. I can't believe how good I am at this game. And I was chuffed. I was like, yes, man, that's 7k like profit. Like, boom, let's go. And I didn't think about it again all day. I went to bed because it was quite late. And just as I'm about to fall asleep, I realized at that moment that I'd sold a jeweled Onyx Panther. I'd realized I'd sold a jeweled Onyx Panther. Now, if you're not a sharp cookie, or you're just not experienced in the Panther circuit, like some people are, I sold a mount that was worth 111,000 to 130,000 gold for 33,000 gold. I did this because I was stupid enough to stick my Onyx Panther in along with my other Panthers under the exact same operation, forgetting completely that it requires each of these other Panthers in order to make one of these. In order to make that jeweled Panther, it cost me around about 103,000 gold. And then I sold it for 33,000 gold. And for the space of 2 hours, I thought I was a god. I thought, oh, me, I post items on the auction house and I sell them instantly. I'm a god. And then just as I'm about to sleep, I realized that was a jeweled Onyx Panther. And I sold it at a 75,000 gold loss. At least. Maybe 78,000 gold. And it was the biggest failure I've made in a very, very long time. Absolute noob move to make. I'm so embarrassed. I'm so embarrassed that I actually decided to share it with you guys right now. Okay? Guys, when it comes to these decisions, don't just YOLO it. Double check. Cross your T's. Dot your I's, okay? Cross your T's and dot your bloomin' I's. Right, so now I've got an Onyx mount, okay? And this is obviously got my operations on now. Minimum price 110k, maximum 200, and normal 135. That's about standard prices in my realm. I'm happy with that. You live and learn. You live and learn with these mistakes, guys. You live and you learn. You just gotta pick yourself up and get back to the grindstone. Can you imagine? I was at 700k. I invest the money. 594k. Fine. Then I realized I made my massive loss. And I go down to like 414k. And I've still got 4 Panthers, so I'm laughing. And yeah, I was just like flabbergasted. I was like, you know, tomorrow we're gonna pick back up. We're gonna invest some more money. So this is where I had to reinvest some more money into making another Jeweled Onyx Panther, and then we stuck it back on the auction house. And now we're up to what, 639,000 gold, which is okay. It's not amazing, but realistically, we're at about 500k. I've gotta pick up and get going again. I'm embarrassed. I'm sorely embarrassed. I'm still technically at a profit for the for the last month, even though I lost 75k. And there we have it. We covered all of the awesome tips and tricks that I've got for jewelry crafting mounts. And we also covered a super embarrassing story where I lost 75,000 gold, but we're not going to go into that any further, okay? Thank you. Yes, okay, all right. Yeah, great. Yeah, we're all just going to go and smash the like button now and write a comment in the section below. Really like to hear your thoughts on this video. Also, let me know your thoughts on how the editor is doing. I think he's doing a great job, so I would really like to know what you guys think as well. For anyone that wants to support me in continuing to become a full-time content creator, then please feel free to either become a member here on YouTube or check out my Patreon, where you can find World of Warcraft and MMO guides. Thanks for watching. This is Erosium, out.